The Data Presentation Tool, referred to as the DPT, is a quality improvement tool created by the Canadian Primary Care Sentinel Surveillance Network, which allows you to visualize and explore your patient panel. In this video, we will introduce you to the Dpt Dashboard. The dashboard is a detailed console that consolidates key patient information to improve the management of patients in your clinic. Before we begin, this demonstration of the DPT uses mock data to illustrate various navigations, functions, and reports. Also, primary care clinicians will be referred to as sentinels. Now let's begin at the top menu bar. This section shows cycle data, which is the data relating to all the patients in your clinic. To the right is an area with various menu buttons. Selecting the dashboard button simply refreshes the dashboard page. Navigations which follow the search, report, and help buttons will be explained in later videos. On the far right hand is the name of the user's account. The left-hand side of the page shows the patient panel statistics for the current sentinel using the DPT. We can see that this data set pertains to one sentinel with around 5,000 patients. The entire network is currently selected, meaning that all the patients for the current user are included. By selecting the drop-down menu here, we see that there are options to limit the dataset to include patients from certain sites only. If a user has permission to access data for multiple sites or sentinels, then they can use the menu to select those sites and sentinels. For a single sentinel, however, the only graph that changes is the one for the deprivation score. For more information on deprivation scores, visit our YouTube channel for a specific video on it. Now, if we select the entire network again, we can see the average age and body mass index for all patients. Below this, we see the same statistics, but the data are restricted to patients who have visited the clinic within the last 12 months only. These patients are referred to as a yearly contact group, or for short, the YCG. Next, we have a graph which displays sex distribution in percentages. At the top of the graph is a display of the sex of the sentinel, which is helpful when viewing the combined data for a primary care team in a single clinic. Below this is the sex distribution for all patients and for YCG patients. Moving to the right, we see a graph which represents the condition proportion for the YCGs. This shows the prevalence of 8 of the Simpson conditions for patients seen in the last 12 months. Each bar graph can be selected for to run a search on the selected group of patients. The Simpson conditions are written using abbreviations, and so we will quickly show these on the side for your reference. And to the right is the condition ratio graph that shows the proportion of patients with and without a Simpson condition. The ratio is shown for all patients and for YCG patients. For example, if we look at the bar representing all patients, we can see that out of the total number of patients, which is around 5,000, around 1,550 patients, or 31%, have a Simpson condition, whereas around 3,450 patients, or 69%, do not have a Simpson condition. Moving on to the graph in the bottom left, it shows the number of visits to the practice in the last 12 months. The red and green trend line tracks the number of visits to the practice for patients with and without Simpson conditions, respectively. For example, we can see that there is a greater number of patients with a Simpson condition who has visited the clinic in the last 12 months compared to patients visiting without a Simpson condition. Finally, the bottom right corner shows the deprivation scores for the sentinel compared with values for the clinic and the entire region. Deprivation scores are calculated using a number of personal socioeconomic variables derived from Canadian census and other data sources. The data are divided into 5 quintiles to show the distribution of deprivation scores. For more information concerning what deprivation scores are, simply click on the question mark beside the graph title. For further information regarding the use of the DPT, select the Help button in the top menu bar. Here you'll find the user manual, which looks like this, and instructional videos that are found on the Simpson YouTube channel. There is also a form where you can send us feedback regarding the DPT platform. We hope this short video has shown you how to use the main DPT dashboard to obtain visualization of your patient panel, including details regarding their demographics, presence of chronic conditions and comorbidities, as well as frequency of primary care visits and deprivation scores. You can use this detailed patient information to inform specific quality improvement initiatives in your own practice to improve the care of your patients. If you are interested in joining Simpson, join now at simpson.ca. For more videos like these, please visit the Simpson YouTube channel.